And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. Welcome to 2K. And a quick look now at GA. It's all yours.
Thanks.
They do. Great philosophy and attitude. Thanks, GA. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Guard spots filled by Van Vliet and Trent. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Grizzlies, Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then it's Morant. And it's Bane in at the 2-guard position.
And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point guard moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry. And he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
One shot. One shot.
And Greg, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson, the way he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back up. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's the goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little of his own.
Now here's Morant, following the miss by Fred VanVleet. He goes up again, and Morant will lay it in. Morant's got his second basket of the night.
He has elite athleticism, makes Ja Morant a threat on the glass, and you know he can finish.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The pass to Brooks, down low. Here's Adams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You gotta bring more than that to stop Steven Adams, using that strength to fight through contact.
Barnes outside. And the rejection by Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Barnes. And that time, also a missed shot. Barnes against Brooks. Pass to Jackson. Over Trent. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Brooks.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
And again, Toronto no luck. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Bane passes to Morant. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Barnes outside. Shoots over Adams. And again, Toronto no luck. Now the Grizzlies with it. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their 2 meetings.
So you know that every game these two teams play will be an exciting one.
You know, Steve, you look around the league, a couple teams already suffering injuries, testing that depth early on.
And Kevin, because they came into the season with high hopes, it's really a test of their mental resolve as well.
Look who's coming up to the court. Come on and get out for your Grizzlies.
Now a look at the stats for Kyle Anderson.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Anunoby against Brooks. They need this one. Siakam trying to free himself up. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And along with production, this team really thrives on Van Vliet's leadership.
He sets a great example with his toughness, his dedication, and his teammates believe in him and believe they're going to win, partly because of him.
6 to shoot. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Offensive rebound.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
Kicks it out to Siakam. The Raptors need to get a shot off. And the Raptors miss again. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
Trent drives to the hoop. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
For whatever reason, they came in a little tight tonight. That should loosen them up.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. In third, the Grizzlies.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
On defense, the Raptors, they trail by 11. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Melton feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Achua. Melton, no good.
That's a good opportunity, but he needs to go up a little stronger, in my opinion.
Driving in. Here's Achua. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to Melton. Clark, a screen on Dragic. Here's Melton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Precious Achua.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
They've gotten a lot of high-quality shots in the paint early on. That was clearly part of their game plan coming in.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
No good on that one.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he's good on the second. 56 seconds left to play here in the first. Jones against Flynn. Pass to Achua. Now here's Flynn. No points in the game yet for him. Jones against Dragic.
Hey, yo, right here.
29 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now here's Clark, covered by Achua. Here's Conchar. Rebound by the Raptors.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Dragic kicks to Flynn. Bangs home the trifecta.
Nice find by Dragic. Great vision, unselfish basketball.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this. And one of the better young two-way big men in the NBA, Jaren Jackson. He talked about how his defensive responsibilities grow.
Probably be more of a backline help, talk more, give more help for the rotations because, you know, depending on what team you play, there's a lot of specific things you got to do to guard a certain player.
Now with his 7'4" wingspan, Jackson has all the tools to be an elite rim protector.
But advanced understanding of positioning. His father was an NBA player, so he's been taught the game from a young age.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They just been the better team so far.
Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then there's John Morant. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Bane in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Pascal Siakam was the most improved player in 2019. He says, I love that I cannot be able to do something, but if I put in a lot of hours doing it, I can become good at it. The former 27th pick overall said, not to sound arrogant, but I saw this coming. Guys, he bet on himself.
He did. He was smart. He certainly put in the work. D.A., thank you. Now here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And what you like about Anunoby is how efficient he's become. Good to great shot selection, hits for a solid percentage from the field, from three, and from the line.
And the Grizzlies with possession here after the Raptors pick up two. And that one's good. Morant.
Bread and butter play. Morant and screen and roll. He'll typically make you pay.
Jackson against Barnes. Count that one. Barnes has got his second bucket tonight.
And another efficiency of Anunoby's, he takes care of the rock.
And for a young player, you're right, GA, he makes very few mistakes. And if he does make a mistake, they don't pile up and become a problem. He just moves on to the next play.
And here are the Raptors now, following the missed shot by Jaren Jackson. Here's Mikhailuk, and Bane pulls it down. Memphis leading by 3, stolen by Van Vliet. The pass to Mikhailuk. And Adams sends it back.
That's the length of Adams, but also the good instincts defensively.
And it's Morant missing.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Here's Van Vliet. His shot is good, scores his third basket in 6 tries, shooting 50%.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Bain, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Adams, the pass to Morant. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
Look how Ja just glides through the contact. He's such a nimble player.
The 11-footer, Van Vliet with the bucket. Van Vliet's got 8.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part, having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Here's Bain. Here's Jackson, and the officials call a traveling violation.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred Van Vliet. The past month has been surreal. 11th in assists, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And he really is the consummate playmaker, always keeping his head on a swivel, searching for the open man, completely unselfish basketball player.
And craziest fans get a free T-shirt. Let's see it, fans. Hey, your Grizzlies. All right, look who's coming up to the court. Come on and get down for your Grizzlies.
And we've heard some talk, Greg, about the possibility of NBA expansion. What do you think about that?
Kevin, I think it would be great for the league. I mean, I played in Seattle for a season, and I know they would love to have a team back in the great Northwest.
And here are the Raptors now. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Flynn the pass to Achua. Now Anunoby. Flynn with it. 5 on the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A 3-ball. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They host the Clippers after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Now here's Jones. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clark dishes to Jones. Picked by Clark. Takes it from 10. And the basket by Jones. And the Grizzlies lead by 3. The Raptors have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Now here's Melton, defended by Trent. Lobbed up there for Clark, and it's Clark with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Driving inside. Stolen away. And here they come. Here's Conchar. Drops in the tray off the fast break. And now an 8-point Grizzly lead.
Really surprised a little bit to see him drift out to the three-point line, but I guess I shouldn't be if you can stroke it like that.
Flynn against Jones. Now here's Flynn, guarded closely. Back to Birch. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn.
Assisted by
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Jones, the pass to Melton. Six on the shot clock. And it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
into the lineup for the Raptors, Chris Boucher, Goran Dragic.
8 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Konchar, good.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And so it's Memphis in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one, a great performance from the field. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach,
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back.
And it pains me to say this, but I think we need... Moving on now to the first half. And that's a halftime.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Here's Siakam. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Toronto right now, inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Guard spots filled by Van Vliet and Trent. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Now here's Morant. Following the miss by Pascal Siakam. Not that time, his 6th miss. He's made 4 of 10 so far. So impressive the way Siakam has emerged as a #1 scorer.
He has a great handle for his size. The length is hard for any defender to deal with, whether Siakam's back to the basket or facing up.
Now here's Morant. He's got 9. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Inside, 6 to shoot. The offensive rebound. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Memphis.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Siakam finds Trent. Van Vliet with it. And Adams sends it back. And he recovers it. Here's the 3. And again, no good by Toronto.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Adams sets the pick for Morant. Got it. Good job in the low post. Morant's got 11 points.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
Here's Van Vliet. Off the left rim and out.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense, he might have gotten over-eager.
Brooks kicks to Jackson. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. From 12 feet out. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
The shot's good.
I like how Fred VanVleet stays patient. Eyes up, finds the breakdown in the defense.
Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And one thing about Ja Morant that can get lost in all the highlights, he is truly a gifted playmaker. Great vision, and he manipulates defenses to create openings for his teammates.
Let's not forget, he led the nation in assists his sophomore season at Murray State. His court sense and feel for the game are advanced, especially for a player his age. As young as Ja Morant is, I'm impressed. He came in ready to lead a team, and these guys, they follow him.
Both free throws good from Morant. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Barnes, and the rejection by Jackson. Here's Bain. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Outside Jackson. Kicks to Brooks. Clock at 6. Here's Morant. Oh, and he jams it right over Pascal Siakam. Wow!
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Barnes. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Both teams will make substitutions.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Jones. He's putting up 6 points tonight, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Clark outside. Pass to Tillman. Now here's Melton. Four on the clock. That one a little long.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
The kick out to Dragic. There's the pick. To the inside. Passes it to Birch. Van Vliet outside. Shoots over Melton. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Steve, along with everything else he does, Van Vliet's effectiveness as a playmaker is key for this team.
It is, Kevin. He makes great reads, he makes the right pass, and he doesn't turn the ball over.
Count it. Tillman's got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times. Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Here's Melton, and another basket for Memphis.
Anthony Melton.
51 seconds left in the third. They set the screen. Here's Dragic. He takes it in, lays it up, and banks it in. Dragic has got his first points of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Jones drives in. Here's Conchar. No good with the triple. Raptors trail by 12. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Dragic kicks to Achua. Van Vliet outside. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Here's Melton.
A great one-on-one and team defender. Fred's constantly calling out plays and directing his teammates to where their action is headed.
And so it's Memphis, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Morant. And it's Bane in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Siakam, following the basket by Ja Morant. Trent kicks to Anunoby. Now the pass to Siakam. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Flynn dishes to Barnes. No good on that one. And Memphis the other way now. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Jackson looking it over. Tries from 10. Here's Adams. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He works so hard on the glass. Steven Adams' teammates appreciate how often he goes after rebounds.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Contested shots and block shots. That's been their bread and butter defensively, giving up no easy looks.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
And Adams, no good on that one.
And the intensity Steven Adams brings onto the court with him is obvious. He doesn't let the game come to him. He wants to dictate tempo.
And Greg, that's a quality that served him well. He had a lot to prove when he came into this league. He had to be assertive early on. That attitude has never left him. He still is an intimidator. I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Morant against Flynn. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make, now 8 for 14.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Siakam against Adams. Siakam's shot is off.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Brooks the pass to Morant. And stolen by Barnes. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Fades. It's hauled in by Adams.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much.
Morant scanning the floor. Jackson a screen on Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Adams the pass to Jackson. Over Barnes. Jackson misses.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Adams against Siakam. And Adams sends it back.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Pass to Morant. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
All right, look who's coming up in court. Come on and get down for your Grizzlies.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Steven Adams.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. Here's Morant, following the basket by Pascal Siakam. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
Shrewd decision on the shot by Morant. Goes into the defender to make sure he gets fouled.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so he hits both. And Steve, you played in a different era. Do you look a little differently at all the hugs and handshakes between opposing players these days?
No, not at all, Kevin. It's just totally different. These guys been knowing each other for a long time, you know, with youth basketball. I think the competition on the court, it speaks for itself, so I think our game is still in good hands.
1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson against Barnes. Jackson drives in. Got a hand on it.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Memphis.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Steven Adams.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Here's Trent. The Grizzlies making the shot. Barnes outside. Siakam sets a screen for Barnes. Looking to end his cold spell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's
the officials are all over that one.
First team foul. Shooting for Toronto, Scotty Barnes at the line for 2.
Two.
First free throw is good. Barnes hits them both. And here are the Grizzlies now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Conchar. He's guarded by Anunoby. Here's Conchar. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Jaron. A young boy.